Hi out there, it's me, Katie Liz again. I thought it would be a good idea to do a book update since it's been 4 months I saw, but since I've done a book update. And there have been quite a few I've gone through. I don't know, quite a few. We'll see. So, first of all, we'll start with what I've read on the Kindle. Our book club book for the summer was Give Yourself the Gift of Done by John Acuff. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. It was a pretty good book. I liked quite a bit of it. I think I talked about this book a little bit when I was talking about my failures with my finger picking habits and how he talks about letting go of your perfectionism, which I thought was very helpful for me. So I did like this book. I was thinking of coming up with a star system, so I could give them 1 to 5 stars, and I don't have that figured out yet, but it's not a 5-star, but it's definitely a 3 or a 4, maybe, probably 3. Oh, and then our book club book that we're reading right now is Soul Friends by Leslie Perot. About a quarter of the way done with that one. Can't give you my entire view on it, but I do think that it's probably not going to be one of my favorites. It's going to probably be more like a 2. I talked about the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People in my last book update. At that time I had listened to it on Audible, and I did end up purchasing the book because I thought it would be really useful. And as you see, in 4 months' time, it is already showing signs of wear. I have read through this again, and then I have also incorporated it into some of the education that our family has done together. Some of the Bible study that we've done together. I know this isn't a Bible book, but we created a family mission statement over the summer. That was one of the things that was one of my goals for the summer, and we did that. We created our family mission statement. I found this a useful tool to help us with accomplishing some of the goals on that mission statement. Not by chance, Learning to Trust a Sovereign God, I did finish this book. It was okay. I wasn't blown away by it. I don't have a lot of stuff underlined in it. I did find a book about trusting God that I absolutely positively loved, which I'm going to end this book update with. Another current book that I'm working on is The God Who Cares and Knows You. It is a Bible study by Kay Arthur, and it's a new type of Bible study I've never done before, and I know a lot of other people have probably done this before, but it's called Inductive Bible Study. I'm finding it really an interesting way to study. This is on the Book of John. Another thing, this is a little different, a couple different things that I've gotten for books. So one of the habits that I decided to work on, I want to do something creative every day. I watched a video from Pickup Lines where she talked about the balance between consuming and creating, and it really resonated with me. It made me think about how much of my day I spend consuming, and I am able to create some things. I used to draw a lot when I was a teenager, and I've just really not done that since I was a kid. And so I got this 365 techniques to build your confidence and skills. And the nice thing is, too, that I opened this up, and when I was, oh, by the way, it's Catherine Terrell. I opened this up, and she had this little introduction, and it really made me realize that I picked the right book. For me personally, drawing and sketching are my 2 big passions. I drew a lot as a child, and while at school, I came back to drawing as an adult after a long time dedicated to higher education, professional studies, and getting a career off the ground. I've found drawing and sketching to be invaluable in helping me achieve a work-life balance, giving me time out and respite from a busy, analytical, number-oriented work life, and I've not stopped drawing since. And I thought, that's me, getting back into drawing as an adult. And this is kind of a weird pick. And my husband was like, you bought that? Why did you buy that? So, Quadrivium. you know that if you've watched my other videos, you know that part of my goals is to protect my brain from further deterioration of memory, and I thought this would be a really interesting subject to kind of tackle, just to exercise my brain a little bit, and it certainly has, but you could Google it. There's a Wikipedia page. But it's nice because every little lesson is just one page, so I'm finding it very interesting. And then the last one, and I had the book, and I gave it away already. So, Timothy Keller, Walking with God Through Pain and Suffering, was a book recommended to me by a friend of mine, actually our pastor's son, who is a missionary in Spain. And I have to say, it has become, probably has been bumped up to one of my top 3 books of all time. I listened to it on audio, and then I purchased it. And before I got a chance to go through it again in book form, actually reading and underlining and studying, I ended up giving it away because it's such a valuable book, I think, for anyone to read and absorb about how to make sense of difficult times in your life and how to walk with God through that and not just tolerate it. I was going to have the book to show you, and I don't, because I thought it was more important for someone to have. So that is the book update, and if you want to come with me, I can also show you a clothing update just a little bit here. Here you can see I did succeed in my goal of getting rid of the big dresser and getting my clothing down to in the closet and in a little dresser. I did actually end up paring down my shoes quite a bit. We started making everybody do their own laundry, so this is my laundry basket, and I do laundry once a week. These are clothes that I've already wore once. I'm trying to wash things a little less often, so like pants and pajamas, I wear a couple times before I wash them. These are set aside to see if I want to keep them. I may get rid of these, and you probably don't know this, but I've had a lot of handbags, and I only have 2 handbags right now. And I'm trying a new system where I empty my handbag out into this box every day when I come home, and then put in it what I need for the day before I leave, and that way it doesn't fill up with junk, which is nice. And then I've got my fall clothes that I've gone through and decluttered, and I know I've got under 50 items of clothing at this time, probably about 45. So we're doing good there. I'm sure you can tell that I sound a little raspy. I have had a sick weekend. It's partially why I'm see, I haven't spoken all day long. And now I'm speaking, so now I'm coughing. But I thought I would update the video because it would be something that I could do that wouldn't take up too much energy. I have been doing a lot of updating in the house. We may be putting our house on the market in a couple of weeks. One of our goals has been to get some land a little farther out of town, and we did find a little house on 5 acres of property with a little creek in the back. And we're pretty excited about it, but it may fall through because we have to put an offer in contingent upon selling our house. So we'll see. I'm happy to stay here too if that's what God has planned for me. So I will probably have this room finished by the end of the month for you to see the before and after. When I started this whole project to begin with, and I'll probably have a lot more things that I can do with improve with YouTube, even if we move, because there's a lot of homesteading things that I'd like to try, and I know there's probably a lot of people on YouTube that could teach me stuff about that. Oh, behind me. This is a new thing that I'm doing here too. This is a month-long habit tracker. I got stickers for myself like a little kid. Isn't that cute? Put a sticker every time I go for a walk. And then I started doing these little jewels every time I do something creative. And this has been a bad week because it has rained and been cold, and then I got sick. Another thing coming forward is that I do like doing this, and I do want to keep doing it. And so I was going to try to invest some money into updating the video setup. So I'm hoping by New Year's to have a better setup here for making more quality videos for you guys. And I better quit talking because this coughing is getting worse. So see you next time.